Speaking of Tono, Japanese Cuisine, grilled lamb, is famous. But this time, I will introduce seasonal dishes made with ingredients from Tono and Tohoku. The restaurant I'm introducing here is Japanese Cuisine Shunsai Wada. Shunsai Wada is a Japanese restaurant located a 5-minute walk from Tono Station. It serves dishes made with seasonal ingredients and traditional Japanese techniques. The interior is designed in traditional Japanese architecture. The scent of hinoki wood is pleasant, creating a very calm atmosphere. The ceiling is made with a sudari design. A sudari ceiling is a traditional Japanese style where bamboo blinds are used as a ceiling finish. This design highlights the traditional Japanese atmosphere. With indirect lighting, soft light creates a calm and relaxing ambiance. Let's first take a look at the menu. The eel dishes at this restaurant are priced depending on how the eel is cut. The price changes depending on whether you get 1/3, half, 2/3, or a whole eel. The fried oyster set meal and nabeyaki udon are probably limited to this season. Shunsai Wada also serves Kaiseki Cuisine. Kaiseki is a traditional Japanese course meal that carefully prepares each dish using seasonal ingredients. I will now explain the features of the dishes. Seasonality. Dishes use ingredients that are in season. Beauty and taste. The dishes are visually beautiful, with delicate flavors and healthy ingredients. Atmosphere. Not only the appearance and taste, but also the way the dishes are served and the atmosphere are important. Multiple courses. Appetizers, sashimi, simmered dishes, grilled dishes, rice dishes, and desserts are served in order. I visited Tono on February 22nd. There was still some time before the Hina Doll Festival on March 3rd, but Tono already had a festive atmosphere. The Hina Doll Festival is a traditional event that has been held in Japan every year on March 3rd for nearly 1,000 years, celebrating and wishing for the healthy growth of girls. At Shunsai Wada, they were offering a Hina Doll Kaiseki by reservation only. I hadn't made a reservation, but fortunately there was a cancellation, so I was able to order the Hina Doll Kaiseki. This is the drink menu. The drink menu also features locally sourced drinks like craft beer, wine, and sake from Tono. This is 100% apple juice made from apples grown in Tono. Since the apples from Tono are very sweet, and even though no sugar is added to this juice, it's still very sweet and has a wonderful apple fragrance. The appetizer consists of octopus that has been simmered until tender, and the yellow jelly-like dish is nikagori. Nikagori is a dish made by cooling and setting a simmered dish, creating something similar to jelly. Under the nikagori, there are fresh local vegetables placed in white agar jelly. On top of the nikagori, there are goji berries, zenmai, and grated karasumi. Karasumi is made by salting and drying the eggs of the mullet fish, similar to the Italian ingredient batarga. Zenmai is a Japanese wild vegetable that evokes the feeling of spring's arrival. The next dishes are 4 small dishes with containers shaped like a Hina doll and a Hamaguri clam. These 4 dishes were placed on a zen plate, making it a complete Hina doll zen. Zen is a traditional Japanese small table or tray used for serving meals. The Hina doll on the left is a container shaped like a princess, with a dish inside. The one on the right is a container shaped like a prince, also holding a dish. Hamaguri is a type of clam, sometimes called an oriental clam in English. The dish on the right, shaped like a prince, contains a rolled omelet. The dish on the left, shaped like a princess, contains firefly squid, a spring ingredient. The Hamaguri clam-shaped plate holds tempura of taranome, a spring vegetable. You eat the tempura with this miso paste. The rolled omelet uses eggs from iwate. The small bowl at the top contains a kanikama fish cake and herring roe with chopped makabu, a type of seaweed underneath. The rolled omelet is made from eggs laid by chickens raised in a natural environment at the foot of mountains in Iwate. Their feed is also carefully selected. The miso paste is enriched with various ingredients that are chopped and soaked in miso, deepening its flavor. Taranome is a wild vegetable that signals the arrival of spring, pushing its sprouts through the snow before the snow melts. It marks the end of the long, harsh winter in the Tohoku region. Kazunoko is made by salting and drying herring eggs, and it is eaten with the hope for descendants' prosperity. Mekabu, a type of seaweed, is a specialty product from Sanriku. Sanriku is a coastal area of Iwate known for its abundant seafood. The best season for firefly squid is in spring, from March to May. Here, the arrival of spring is represented in the dish using firefly squid. You eat it with a sauce made from miso, vinegar, and sake. The dishes prepared for this Zen meal are also very beautiful. This restaurant is owned by the chef, a small golden plate shaped like a Hamaguri clam. The containers designed to represent the Hina Doll prince and princess, and the interior design of the restaurant. Considering all of these, I can sense the owner's high level of artistic taste. Hamaguri soup is an essential dish served during the Hina Doll Festival. It is a traditional Japanese soup made with a Hamaguri clam. The rich flavor from the Hamaguri clam infuses the soup, creating a simple and elegant taste. The ingredients include wakame seaweed from Sanriku. On top of the Hamaguri clam, you'll find the tips of bamboo shoots, garnished with shredded white part of the leek and a sprig of sancho leaves for fragrance. This clear soup is very difficult to make. First, controlling the heat is a crucial point. By drawing out the rich flavor from the Hamaguri clam while keeping the salt content low, you can achieve a delicate and elegant taste. Wakame seaweed is available throughout the year, but spring wakame is the softest and has the best flavor. This restaurant seems to source quite high-quality Hamaguri clams. The meat of the Hamaguri clam is thick and has excellent color and luster. The sashimi is a 3-variety platter. All of them are wild-caught, fresh fish from the Sanriku area. The closest port to Sanriku from Tono is Kamaishi, about 40 kilometers away. Fresh seafood is delivered daily from the Sanriku coast to not only Tono but also other cities in Iwate. This is called nejiri ume, which is sliced carrot shaped like a plum blossom. This yellow round item looks like a sliced vegetable, but I'm not sure what it is. The sashimi is raw cod. This is my first time eating it raw. Next, scallop is skewered with a pine branch. And then slices of the lean part of bluefin tuna. Cod spoils quickly and it's rare to eat it as sashimi. In Japan, it's probably difficult to eat it raw unless you're in the Tohoku region or Hokkaido. The scallops from Sanriku are very tender. These Sanriku scallops are also something you can only eat locally. Wild-caught bluefin tuna is also brought in along the Sanriku coast. The meat is fresh and has an amazing taste. The next dish is steamed egg custard. Steamed egg custard is similar to the French dish quiche. Unlike quiche, it's made by mixing eggs with broth, pouring the mixture into a bowl or other container, and steaming it. It typically contains ingredients like chicken, shrimp, and ginkgo nuts, giving it a smooth texture and a delicate flavor. At this restaurant, instead of in a bowl, it's steamed and served in bamboo. The eggs used at this restaurant have already been mentioned earlier, but the steamed egg custard, made with eggs from Iwate's local chicken, is incredibly rich in flavor. The first ingredient that appeared was shrimp. The meat of Iwate's local chicken is very tender and juicy. By being enclosed and steamed within the steamed egg custard like this, its rich flavor is enhanced. A green leaf is a mitsuba leaf. Mitsuba is an essential ingredient in steamed egg custard. Ginkgo nuts have no odor and taste excellent when used in dishes like this. The chef's skill is exceptional, creating a smooth texture and a well-balanced taste of the broth. The dish is not finished yet. The next dish is canola flour and lotus root tempura and deep-fried trout wrapped in seasonal vegetables, topped with a thickened broth. The small round particles scattered around are arare, rice crackers shaped into small circles. Canola flowers are a spring vegetable, and the arrival of spring is depicted here. Trout is also an ingredient that is in season during spring. The vegetables wrapped inside were very soft in texture, but I couldn't identify what they were. This is a tempura of lotus root. Chirashi sushi is a Japanese sushi dish where various ingredients are scattered on top of vinegared rice. The ingredients typically include sashimi, seafood, omelette, and vegetables, creating a colorful and visually appealing dish. It is a tradition to serve chirashi sushi during the Hina Doll Festival. The chirashi sushi at this restaurant contains various ingredients such as conger eel, salmon roe, omelette, field peas, shiitake mushroom, and bamboo sprout. The vinegared rice also contains shrimp. The final dish is a refreshing ume somen noodle. Ume somen noodle is somen noodle in a soup with plum paste. Plum paste is made from umeboshi, a pickled and dried plum, and has an extremely strong sour taste. However, this ume somen noodle has a subdued sourness and a very smooth, refreshing taste. The soup is red because it uses plum paste. The dessert consists of green tea, strawberry, kumquat soaked in shirozake, and 3 kinds of agar jelly. The cake-like dessert in the center is the 3 kinds of agar jelly, and the round orange sweet on the right is the kumquat soaked in shirozake. Shirozake is a type of Japanese sake with a rich, thick texture and a mellow sweetness. It's often enjoyed as a celebratory drink for the Hina Doll Festival. This is arare made for the Hina Doll Festival. The black agar jelly is black sesame. The green agar jelly is matcha. The white agar jelly is milk. Black soybeans soaked in shirozake. The kumquat soaked in shirozake is very sweet and has a wonderful fragrance of shirozake. This is a very sweet strawberry. Strawberries are originally in season from spring to early summer, but they tend to be sweeter during colder seasons. That was the Kaiseki meal I had at Shunsai Wada, a Japanese restaurant in Tono. How was it? One of the great things about Kaiseki cuisine is not just the skill behind each dish, but also the way it highlights seasonal flavors. There's an artistry to it, and you can really feel the chef's heart in every detail. Spring is just around the corner in Tono. The long winter is coming to an end, and as the snow melts, a new season begins. Tono is surrounded by mountains, and winters here can be especially harsh. For generations, people have spent the cold months longing for the arrival of spring. This Kaiseki meal featured many seasonal ingredients, and each dish truly conveyed that anticipation for spring. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to stay updated, please hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a like.